On the night of February 15, 2003, four men walked 2 floors beneath the streets of Antwerp. They walked into a vault the diamond trade believed no one could ever open. When they left, more than $100 million in diamonds, gold, and cash was gone. The vault door was undamaged. The alarms had never sounded. They did not break this vault. They had studied it for more than 2 years. This is the story of Leonardo Notarbartolo, the man who rented an office above the safest vault in the world and emptied it from the inside. Antwerp, Belgium, a few narrow streets near the central station. This is where most of the world's diamonds change hands. Behind plain doors, fortunes move every day on a handshake and a name. At the center of it stood the Antwerp Diamond Center on Schupstraat. And beneath it, 2 floors down, was the safest room in the district. The vault held 189 safe deposit boxes. Inside them, diamonds, gold, and bearer bonds, fortunes that were never written down. To reach them, you had to defeat 10 separate layers of security. A lock with 100 million combinations, a magnetic seal, heat, motion, and seismic sensors. The men who built it were certain no one could ever get in. They were wrong. Years before that night, a well-dressed Italian walked into the building. He asked politely to rent an office. He called himself a diamond merchant, unremarkable, easy to forget. He was not a merchant. He belonged to a crew of professional thieves from Turin, the School of Turin. The office gave him a tenant's badge and a safe deposit box of his own 2 floors below. Now he had a key to the building and a reason to visit the vault. For more than 2 years, he came and went like any other trader. He learned the guards' routines. He learned when the vault was busy and when it was empty. And by the account he later gave, he hid a tiny camera near the vault dial. Quietly, over months, it recorded the combination as the door was opened. He did not work alone. Each man was chosen for one thing: an electronics expert to read the alarms, a mechanic to handle the locks, a lookout who never left his side, and a key man so secretive that his name was never found. Then they found the vault's flaw. The heat sensor only triggered if it sensed warmth and motion together, blocked the heat, and a man could move in front of it unseen. They built every tool by hand, nothing that could ever be traced to a store. And they chose a weekend in February when the district went dark. On the night of February 15th, they entered through the building's garage, and they made their way down 2 floors in the dark. In the corridor outside the vault, they reached the first sensor. The light sensor covered with tape, the heat sensor hidden behind their homemade shield. The magnetic seal on the door eased apart and held so the field never broke. Then the dial. With the combination they had watched for months, the lock turned, and the impossible vault swung open. Inside, the walls were lined with numbered boxes. They had the whole night, and no one knew they were there. One by one, they forced the boxes open. Diamonds, gold, rolls of cash, swept into bags in silence. By the time they finished, they had opened 109 of the 189 boxes. More than $100 million was gone. They left the way they came. The vault door was closed behind them. The alarms had never made a sound. By Monday morning, the district believed nothing had happened at all. The perfect crime lasted until a man threw away his garbage. On a quiet motorway outside the city, near a strip of woods, the crew dumped their rubbish. A local farmer who hated to see his land used as a dump found the pile, and he called the police. In the bags were envelopes from the Antwerp Diamond Center, a receipt for a video surveillance system, strands of videotape, a few loose diamonds dropped in the rush, and a half-eaten sandwich carrying a single careless trace of DNA. It matched Leonardo Notarbartolo, the polite merchant from the office upstairs. He had returned to the building 5 days after the heist. The police were waiting. He was sentenced to 10 years, his crew 5 years each. The key man was never identified. From prison, he claimed the haul was far smaller, and the job arranged to defraud insurers. No evidence ever confirmed it. The vault that could not be opened was emptied in a single night. The diamonds were never recovered. Most of them have never been found. That is crooked genius. If you want to explore more crooked genius, hit the follow button. We uncover a new story every week, and do not leave just yet. The newest case is waiting for you right here.